aspirants, welcome back to the channel of Exam Charcha. And guess what? Today we have brought you the AIR-5 Tanvi Gupta of CLAT 2025. She'll be sharing her experiences, her strategies, how she motivated herself, and everything you need to know to strategize your preparation and do well in your exams. So let's get dive into the interview. Hello,
Hi,
Tanvi.
ma'am. Hi, ma'am.
So, how it feels to be the top five?
Amazing. But now that we have our pre-boards and the boards, uh, we manage that excitedness with some hard work for the boards also.
Of course, you have to do it, right?
Yes,
So excited for Bangalore,
pretty much.
pretty much. I know one of the best NLUs I know, and people are like, it's the dream college for every CLAT aspirant.
True. We've been in the same position a few months back.
Nice, that's really great. So, Tanvi, I'm Dr. Ritu Padhyay from Exam Charcha, and many congratulations on AIR 5.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, how it
Great to meet you.
feels? Sorry?
Great to see you today here.
Same this side. So, how it feels to be the women in male dominant field since you are the only girl in top five.
It feels amazing and excited for the next leap of the journey.
So, Tanvi, basically the agenda of Exam Charcha for interviewing you and every CLAT topper is to help the other aspirants to get their strategies good, and if they are lacking somewhere, so they can learn from you people, right?
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
So, your juniors and our audience would love to hear about your journey till now.
Um, well, I had law in my mind for a very long time, since I think sixth or seventh grade, because I used to love social sciences, and law was a field that I was naturally attracted towards. But CLAT became the final exam that I had to sit for in around like ninth or tenth grade, when I was serious that okay, CLAT is the examination I want to appear for, and I started my CLAT preparation somewhere in 11th and continued it till my CLAT examination. And yeah.
Okay, that's great. Like you're the first generation lawyer in till 21st
No,
century.
my uncle is a lawyer and my sister is also a graduate from NLS Bangalore.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
She was also like prepared for CLAT.
yeah. In
In
2019, she
which year?
cracked that.
In which year?
2019.
Okay, and oh, what rank she got?
She was ranked 12.
That's great. Like in your family, it's in your genes, right?
Can't really comment on that one.
No, it's really great, that your sister got AIR 12, now you got single rank. So, how it feels? Did you expect you'll get a single number rank?
No, not really. When I was done with my examination, I knew that I'd have done quite well there. So I expected some top three or four NLUs, but rank five was not at all expected.
So, it is like really the best part of your 2025, I can say.
Yeah, absolutely. The results came in 2024, so that day was so far the best day of 2024, I can say.
That's really good. So, Tanvi, what challenges you faced, while preparing for CLAT?
Well, challenges, of course, one of the biggest challenge for every aspirant is some low mock scores, which dishearten you and make you feel that maybe you should quit the journey here. But and some sections also where you feel a little uncomfortable. For me, it was GK. So those two, three sections are the ones which make you feel uncomfortable and maybe a little disheartened also. So these challenges are the same for every aspirant. So you need not worry about them particularly. Just stay focused and work hard on those.
Yeah, like we have interviewed AIR 1 and AIR 2 as well. So
Yeah,
they
yeah,
said the same thing that man GK was the toughest part. We faced challenges in preparing for GK because it is a very vast subject, and
absolutely.
you do not know that where will the from which part the question will gonna come,
Yeah.
right?
So about GK, well, absolutely, as you said, GK is that one subject you never can get enough of. And no matter how many compendiums, no matter how much of the material you go through, you'll always feel that, okay, the preparation is somewhere incomplete because you have no idea which topic would they put forward. And the fact that CLAT gives you passage-based GK, that five
GK.
or six questions are from the same topic, it makes you feel even more, nervous that my five, six questions are at stake because if I do not study that one topic, maybe the five, six questions can go wrong. So that's why GK is that one subject mostly everybody is uncomfortable with. So yeah,
Yeah, totally. I get it. Like every aspirant I've heard till now is coming from the same situation. So I totally get
yes,
your point as well. And I hope the people and the aspirant who will watch this video would understand and will be confident that they are not the only one who are struggling with this.
absolutely, absolutely.
So Tanvi, which stream are you from?
I'm from commerce with maths.
Okay, commerce with maths. So you're probably gonna choose BBA with LLB or just the
I think BA LLB would be the option for me.
okay, good. So what are your long-term goals after the law school?
Well, I'm pretty much attracted towards the classic fields of corporate law and judiciary, but I also want to explore the different avenues that law offers. There are, I think, many different fields within law springing up. So I want to explore in turn and gain different experiences and then choose the best avenue for myself.
Yeah, that's a pretty much like a good decision to explore every field and then let your heart and mind decide that in which field you can do your best, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. So Tanvi, my next question is that what challenges, like which part of the CLAT you found the toughest while preparing? I heard about the GK part, but there is logical reasoning, there's legal reasoning, and people are struggling with that too. So how you prepared for that?
Well, in my journey, my strong sections were CR and maths, honestly. I used to
Okay.
struggle with legal because legal is that one subject where you really feel compelled to put some extra information. If a question is being asked, CLAT has been that exam which really gets sticks to the passage that they're offering in the legal section. But when you attempt a question, you feel that maybe this part of the legal law was not provided in the passage, but is applicable here. So you feel like applying that extra knowledge in that question, but you should not. So legal was that one section I used to struggle with because of extra information and maybe not really being able to comprehend a specific part of the passage. So legal was that one section for me where I struggled. CR and QT were my strong sections.
Okay, that's good. Like CLAT does not expect you to be the, master of legal knowledge. They just expect you to be the skilled
Yeah.
enough to answer such questions and read about it.
Yeah, they really test your comprehension skills and not really how much you have marked up about law already.
Exactly. That is why they are, preparing students for, to go in law schools.
Yes.
So it is just the beginner step kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and we, according to you, how important are mock tests and previous year questions for an aspirant who's preparing for CLAT 2025?
I think they're the most important part of your whole preparation because they give you the taste of the examination well prior to the examination. So you really need to know what you have to study and what not you have to study. So that comes from the PYQs and the mock tests only. So you really need to go through the mock tests and the PYQs and also to know that which section are you lagging behind in so that you can work on that section. So mock tests and PYQs are definitely very important for every aspirant.
But according to every aspirant, only giving mock tests is not, you know,
Yeah.
completely. You have to analyze your mock test. So, how you
Yeah.
used to analyze your mock test?
Well, one of my teachers in my CLAT preparation told me once that consider each and every mock test of yours as if it's the last one on the entire planet. And every time you give a mock and you get to know your scores and the questions you've done wrong and right, sit with that mock test for quite some time, maybe reattempt some of the questions and try to get answer to each and every question that if I've done this question wrong, why was it wrong? Where did my logic go wrong? And why is the correct option the right option? So go through each and every question once again, once you're done with your mock test, and analyze where you went wrong and correct it for the next mock tests.
Okay. How much time you used to give to your mock analysis?
Well, it actually depends upon how good that mock went, but on an average, 2 to 3 hours would be should be the I think the average amount of time that you spend on a mock test.
Like, it is very important to analyze how you performed, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And what was your lowest score in your mocks initially when you start preparing?
No, okay. So in the I think initial mock tests, my score was somewhere in 70s and 80s, but in slowly and gradually it improved.
17 and 80s initially is not that bad, but like, you got the confidence that yes, you can do it.
Yeah, maybe.
Pretty much.
Yeah, actually,
And how you like boost up yourself from that you have to score good to get a your dream college, NLU Bangalore.
I think when you get whatever is low score, according to you, in the initial mocks, you do not feel that much disheartened. But if the same thing happens in the last 3 to 2 months of your preparation, that is one of the most shocking things that happen to almost every aspirant. For me, it was in November, almost like 3 4 weeks prior to the examination when I gave a mock and my scores went pretty much low according to my average scores in other mocks. And I was very much shocked that, okay, what has happened just now? So it took me some time to process, and then you realize that, okay, the point of the mock is to make you realize where are you going wrong. I mean, getting another 100 is not going to help you. Instead, maybe knowing some of the things where you are going wrong would. So do not feel disheartened by any mock. Just go through that mock, analyze that mock pretty much, and then you'll realize the problematic sections in the questions. So learn from your mistakes and don't worry about the questions.
Okay, you just said that in nearly November you got disheartened about the marks and all the scores you got in mock test. So
Hmm.
in that moment of self doubt and sort of depression you get that yaar ab nahi hoga, I don't want to do it, it's not
Yeah.
possible for me. So how you overcome that?
I think my biggest support was my family, my sister, and also one of the amazing teachers that I had in my class preparation. So every time I used to get a low mock score, or maybe just anyways feeling disheartened about the whole preparation, I would go to my parents or my sister or that one particular teacher and tell him that, okay, I'm feeling low about this particular subject or this mock, and they would help me out of it.
Well, that's great. Like teachers, parents, everybody plays a very important role in your preparation, right?
Absolutely.
So cheers to your teachers, parents, and your sister. They helped you a lot, and you got your
Absolutely.
you got your dream college, right?
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Tanvi, what strategies you followed from starting to till now?
I think the most important thing that you need to keep in mind is to not ignore your weakest sections as well as GK. Now, for some, maybe quantitative aptitude or critical reasoning feels challenging. But you need to understand if you start ignoring these two sections and maybe keep them for the last stretch of your preparation, you are going to feel even more overwhelmed by them. So, from the most beginning months of your preparation, make sure that you are focusing equally on your maybe not so comfortable sections and work hard on them. And also for GK, because many people feel that you're anyways going to forget these some facts in a few months. So maybe just go through GK in the last couple of months of your preparation. But don't do that because it's going to pile up so much that you're going to feel that I can't do it now. So GK and your weakest sections are to be focused from the very beginning of your preparation.
Okay, so you also followed the traditional or conventional part of studying, like preparing notes, preparing sticky notes, sticking them to your wall, and learning the small points you think you will forget. So you used to do that, or you was just like you have a good memory.
Well, I did not used to like make sticky notes and stick them on my wall, but definitely because GK is such a vast subject and there's so much to learn, you can never get enough of it. So I used to make a doc, like an online doc, and copy paste everything that I used to feel that I'm gonna forget and read that doc again and again, maybe every morning or whenever you get some time. So that used to be my strategy for GK.
And what was your strategy for the vocabulary part, the language part?
Whenever you give a mock or maybe you're reading any article or newspaper, if you encounter any word or phrase that you feel you're not very comfortable with, or if you have not heard that word before, maybe write it down somewhere, write its meaning, write the sentence where it has been used, and read it once again. I mean, after some days. So that would help you with your vocabulary.
You know, there are so many words and vocabulary, you can't remember them all. So, how you used to remember?
I think going through them again and again and trying to use them in your day-to-day conversations would help. Because if you just write them down on a paper, that's not going to help at all because you're going to forget them. So try to read them again and again to use them whenever you are talking to somebody or maybe when you're solving a passage. And if you see that word again, it's going to help you and you're going to retain that word. So that used to help you.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point that using a word in your daily conversation that you learned
Hmm.
is a very good way to learn your or improve your vocabulary, right?
Yeah, maybe you can go to your friend or any of your family member and tell them, okay, these are the words I've learned today and try to, tell them those words. So I mean, speaking that word, explaining that word to somebody is going to help you with your memory of that
Yeah.
word. So,
Implementation is like very much needed in the CLAT.
yes.
Yeah. And how consistent you were. Like people when start preparing initially they stay consistent, but on later months they get demotivated or they get tired, they get bored. So how you stayed consistent throughout the year while preparing for CLAT 2025?
Yeah, so I think my real consistent preparation started in grade 12. I think from January month of 2024. And well, demotivated and tired is something which every aspirant feels. But you need to know that if you really want to crack this examination, this sort of demotivation is not going to help you. So you need people to, push you to maybe your potential and you work hard for this examination. When I started preparing for it, I knew that I have to make it to the other end. So I would do all my efforts, put everything that I had for this examination. So even if you do not feel like studying or feel demotivated on a day, make sure that you're even more motivated the next day. So that's gonna help you.
And what was your like idea of motivation?
Just a picture of NLU Bangalore is going to motivate you like anything.
I can imagine that. Your smile is telling ki yes, your motivation was NLU Bangalore and you did it.
Yeah, so I mean, my sister's graduation was in 2024 when I was preparing for my examination. So we went there for her graduation ceremony and being there in that college, seeing the professors there, seeing the whole procession of the chief justice and the other judges had motivated me so much that I was like, okay, I have to make it to the other end also. So yeah.
Yeah, and that sounds really great. So, how you manage school and preparing for CLAT together? Like, it must be very, tough to handle both of the
Yeah.
things at the same time. So, how you manage that?
I think when I was in my grade 11th, I made sure that I'm clear with my concepts in maybe maths and accountancy, the subjects that I had, because the 12th grade uses almost the same concepts as 11th. So you make sure that you have maybe focused on school pretty much well in 11th, made sure that your concepts are clear there. And I think in the initial months of my 12th, I was trying to balance my school and my CLAT preparation, but somewhere around in July, I realized that I had to maybe focus more on CLAT, and my school academics had to take a step back. So from there onwards, I was focusing more on CLAT. But once my CLAT is done in December, I made sure that I'm focusing well on my school studies as well.
So, how
So
how your school supported in all this?
my school was very supportive in my whole journey. When I told my teachers that I want to sit for this examination, and this examination is in December, somewhere when you have your pre boards. So they were pretty much supportive and they told me to focus on my CLAT examination and they would help me out with my school academics. Like in January, the school is generally off for the 12th grade students, but I go to my school, study from my teachers. Like in the whole class, it's me and my teacher. She's teaching me. So my school was and is very much supportive even today. So thanks to my school.
How good it feels, no, when you know that everybody around you is supporting you to reach your dream.
Yes, yeah.
So that is the best part about your preparation. Just not your hard work, but the hard work your parents, your
Yes,
teachers, everybody is doing for you.
yes. I was pretty much, blessed with some amazing teachers and amazing family who supported me through everything in my preparation. So,
They so they must be very proud of you right now.
yeah.
So is me as a woman. Like it really feels so good. You are in the top five. No other girl is there, and the first question in my mind came. I thought I'll definitely ask this: is how it feels to be the woman in the male dominant field right now. So,
Yeah,
uh, before winding up, I
yeah.
want you to tell your juniors and the aspirants of CLAT 2026 or in the future, whoever will be watching your video, five
Yeah.
strategies and five tips you want to give them as an advice.
Okay, so I have to count on my fingers five. First one, focus on your weak sections from the very beginning of your preparation. Never ever leave them for the last 2 months of your preparation. Second, GK, do not keep it for the last stretch of the preparation because I have seen many people doing that. That maybe they'll cover GK in the last month because they are going to forget it anyways if they study it in January. But that's not true. You study it from the beginning and it's going to help you. Third, well, this is something which I felt this year that some people have this notion in their mind that even if they have a weak section, for many it was maths around me, they would compensate it with their strong section, maybe English and CR. But as we saw it this year, this English section was pretty much easy, and anybody who knows how to read and write is going to attempt that section pretty much well. So it could not be anybody's strength per se. So do not try to compensate your weakness with your strengths. Your weakness is a separate thing which has to be dealt on its own. So do not uh, feel ignorant or reluctant to work on your weakness. Maybe straight through to your weakness. Fourth tip would be to consult your mentors and teachers and family about your mock scores and helping them take their help to analyze your mock scores and the places you're going wrong. Because if somebody from that field is going to sit with you and if he or she is going to see your questions and your mistakes, they are going to maybe figure out the place you're going wrong. So taking help from your teachers and being in constant touch with them is very important. And the fifth one, which is my favorite one, and I feel helped me a lot, is when we attempt our mock tests, we feel compelled to make some sectional limits in terms of time. That okay, I'm going to give 25 minutes to English, 25 minutes to CR, and so on. Do it, but do it for 1 hour and 50 minutes. Do not keep it for 2 hours because every year in CLAT examination, there are some incorrect questions, some ambiguous questions, some subjective questions, which are going to be, the speed breakers in your whole examination. So you leave them for the last and keep those 10 to 15 minutes for those questions. Do not feel that you are going to attempt the whole exam in the 2 hours. Keep it for 1 hour and 45 minutes because 15 minutes are going to be very, very crucial for you at the last. For me, it was the AR set, which was this year wrong. It took so much time for other aspirants, but I kept it for last for those 15 minutes and it helped me a lot. So when you attempt your mock tests, keep in mind that you have 1 hour and 45 minutes. It's going to make you uncomfortable in the beginning, but once you start seeing its benefit, you're going to get comfortable with it. So yeah.
Yeah, your last advice is pretty much very helpful for the other aspirants as well. So, which part of the test you found the toughest this year?
The
Like,
real examination.
yeah, the real examination.
Um, Toughest is a difficult question because I think the whole examination was quite on the simpler side this year, apart from some incorrect and ambiguous questions. But one thing which was quite surprising was the GK section because it was not really a GK section, but an RC section because every answer was there in the passage. It's quite good because you don't have to rely on your memory, but it's also quite problematic because you generally solve GK in 7, 8 minutes in your mock tests because you just take the answers which you know. But when you have to read the whole passage in so much depth because you know that the answers are coming from the passage, it takes so much more time. So GK, I think this year took some 20 minutes. So GK became that one problematic section where you felt that well, I have to read the whole passage now and spend some more time on this section. So GK and I think that one wrong set in CR because it took so much time for so many. So yeah, that was
Uh,
quite challenging.
what is your strategy of time management and how you like manage the negative marking thing in the exam?
Firstly, about the time management, I told that I usually follow the strategy of 1 hour and 45 minutes and spend the time accordingly. And about the negative marking, well, you obviously attempt the questions you know, and the questions where you feel that you're maybe 60 to 70% sure about an answer, go mark that answer. But if you're pretty much, ambiguous about that question and you don't have any answer, please do not do A, B, C, D, mark anything. Don't do that because negative marking is going to reduce your score and the cutoffs are very, very close. So even 0.25 is going to affect you a lot. So
Affect you a
don't do
lot,
that.
right?
So attempt the questions where you are at least 60 to 70% sure about that answer. For the questions you do not know, leave them. Do not play your luck with them.
So, do you also prefer the elimination part while giving your exam?
Yeah, elimination is always helpful because sometimes you do not know the right answer, but you know the wrong options. So you
Answer.
eliminate the wrong options and get to the right answer.
Okay, that's great. So, Tanvi, before winding up this interview, we'll have a rapid fire.
I think so.
So, my first question is, what one habit of yours you wish you can, give up?
After
Like,
the examination,
no, no, I am asking that what's one habit of yours you want to give up?
waking up late.
Waking up late. Everyone having the same problem, I guess. Waking up late.
Yeah,
So, okay. Which clothing brand is your favorite?
I don't have any specifics, but I think, oh, that's a difficult one for me to answer. I don't have any particular one as my specific.
Okay, that's not a problem. So, moving on to the next question. What superpowers you want to
Disappearing.
have? Why so?
I want to disappear. It's fun.
Okay. So, next question. Which is your favorite TV series or movie?
Harry Potter in Hollywood and Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara in Bollywood.
Oh, Harry Potter is my favorite too.
It's a good one.
A Potterhead, right?
Yes.
The same here. So, last question of the rapid fire is, you prefer 90s song or you prefer the Gen Z songs?
Somewhere in the mid 2000s and 2010s.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
which one is your favorite song?
Sorry?
Which is your favorite song?
Quite many.
The
Dil
one,
to bacha hai ji, maybe.
Dil To Bachcha Hai Ji.
Quite good.
The one you listen when you're feeling, a little low and you want to cheer yourself up. Which song is that?
I go to devotional songs then. I don't listen to Bollywood then.
Okay, that's great. It's so nice to have you here with Exam Charcha, Tanvi. It
No,
was
it's my
really great
pleasure,
to talk
ma'am.
to you.
It's my pleasure,
I
ma'am.
wish you the best for your future and
Thank
I
you.
wish you have a great law career.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much from the Exam Charcha as well.
Thank you for having
Well,
me here.
bye. Take care.
Bye bye. Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you so much to all my lovely aspirants for watching this interview. I hope Tanvi's strategies and her idea of motivation and everything has helped you a lot and will help you a lot to strategize your preparation a little better. Thank you so much for watching this. Please subscribe our channel and do like this video. See you again, guys.